All right, this is Adam Gorney with the Rival Signing Day Show, continuing on here with Rutgers head coach Greg Schiano. Greg, another signing day in the books. You hit the Northeast hard again, which is going to be the focus. Went into Canada actually for a guy and stayed local too. New Jersey is going to be the pipeline. Jazer Peterson, talk about getting him in the class, locking him up, and what he can bring to this group for you.
Well, Petey's a real fine player, and he's going to play on the defensive side for us. I've heard some people say that he was an offensive lineman. He's going to be a defensive lineman, and we're really excited about him. He's big, he's athletic, and he loves football and wants to be part of what we're building here.
Massachusetts was big. The Northeast, is that going to be the footprint and then building out from there? Or what's kind of your philosophy on how the classes need to be built for you?
Well, everything always starts in our backyard. So that's New Jersey and New York, especially downstate New York. When you're talking about the city, Long Island, Westchester County, we've got players from there every year. We've had the last 2 years in a row, we've had the number one player in the state of New York. So we feel like that's all our area. And then we'll go wherever we feel we can recruit players that help and fit what we need. Florida's always been big for Rutgers, so we spend a lot of time. We have a lot of connections down there, but we'll literally go anywhere if it means it helps our build our roster and help. It's a good fit for our program.
Yeah, I was just going to say Florida's another, aggressively going after some guys down there. Talk about the Canadian, Djibril Abdul-Rahman. How did you find him? How did that all kind of come together? And what kind of player could he be for you on the defense?
Well, we think he's a real explosive defensive lineman. I think loves the game. A lot of fun being around, great personality. We actually first saw him at a camp, one of those camps when you go to those camps and try to identify guys. And then we followed him his senior year, and boy, he really played well. And, I think that's one of the things, continuing to recruit 23s in the 22 season, because guys develop at all different rates. And right now recruiting has become so far in advance that I think if you just keep following guys, you have an opportunity to get some really good players.
A spark on offense. How much were you looking for that in your receivers, whether going to New York or Massachusetts, the tight end commit, running back, and especially at quarterback with Ajani Shepherd?
Yeah, I really like, the offensive guys we've added to the roster all bring something to the table, but the common denominator is they're all very athletic, speed, and most of all, they love the game and really want to be a part of what we're building here. Like, to me, that was the number one thing. We need guys that want to be part of this build, that want to be part of what we're building, and that their culture is a fit with our culture. And I feel really good about that.
Did it just so happen that the quarterback was also a runner? I think he ran for about 1,300 yards this year. Or were you kind of feeling like you needed some more of that dual threat in the backfield there?
Well, I think, with the quarterbacks we have dual threat quarterbacks, so he fits right in with what we do. I think in this modern day college football, you'd be hard pressed to find a team that in some way doesn't use the quarterback as a runner. So that's really what college football is these days. And I think that we're going to continue down that path as well. So he's a perfect fit.
I've asked a lot of guys this today about the portal and your philosophy on it, and everybody seems to have a different idea or a way to use it. How can you use it to maximize what you want to do? Is it first high school and then go portal for needs, or how are you kind of looking at that?
Well, I think in our situation, we're a developmental program, so we're going to build guys, we're going to grow them up, but there's going to be holes in your roster that, in years previous, there was no way to adjust that other than kind of speed someone up who might not be ready. Well, here you can. Now, you have to be careful that you don't do that at the risk of slowing down some guys' development. So we've been very, very specialized in who we go after in the portal. And then the other thing is, when you go get a portal player, you're bringing them into play. You're not bringing them in to develop them. They usually don't have much eligibility remaining. So they need to be a cultural fit, because if they're going to come in and play and they're going to make plays, if they're not a cultural fit, they're going to lead people in the wrong direction. And that's been we've had really good success in making sure that the portal guys that we do go after are a cultural fit.
Yeah. We have a nice setup here out in LA, but what you guys did with Scarlet Zone today was pretty cool. bringing in the NFL Red Zone guy. And how did that kind of all come together? Did someone come to you and say, let's try this? And it obviously kind of sparked some social media interest.
Well, yeah, we have a really top flight creative team here. And they did bring it to me, and they said, "Coach, would you be good with this?" And I said, "Yeah, absolutely." I'm not at the age where I am all into the social media and all the stuff, but these guys are excellent, and I trust them. And they made a good decision. I was happy.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely sparked some interest. That's for sure. That is Rutgers coach Greg Schiano. Greg, thanks so much for joining us.
Okay, thank you.
All right, see you again.